Top 10 richest actors in the world. Number 1, Tyler Perry, worth a whopping $1 billion. We all know him from his most infamous portrayal of the sassy Medea Erling Simmons, joining wealthy celebrities like Jay-Z, Oprah Winfrey, and Steven Spielberg in the Hollywood Billionaires Club. Following his modest start as a dramatist, Perry amassed a sizable fan base, which inspired him to create his debut movie, Diary of a Mad Black Woman, in 2005. The film made over $50 million at the box office, and Perry went on to build a significant entertainment empire. But when asked how he became a billionaire, he asserts that it was because he took ownership of every one of his endeavors, which included 22 movies, more than 20 plays, and 1,200 television episodes.
The 10, that's your sentence. Have a good day.
No, you gonna 5 years? You gonna give me 5 years? You ain't gonna take me back there. Come on here. What you gonna do? What the hell you gonna? 5 years? I got you. You ain't gonna take me out of here. I ain't going.
Oh, and did we also mention that in Atlanta, he also owns a 330-acre studio lot? Damn! Man's got a plot of land for his own studio. 14 Medea movies were released by Perry over the span of 17 years. By Hollywood standards, they may not have been very successful, but overall, they brought in more than $670 million at the box office and paid him $290 million in royalties and profits, according to Forbes. Cha-ching! We'd be happy to buy a copy of Tyler's new book, How to Become a Billionaire, if you're considering writing one. Number 2. Now, Jerry Seinfeld has a net worth of $950 million. It pays to have a series named after you, as seen by Jerry Seinfeld's wealth. Seinfeld was undoubtedly a huge success for a program that was purported to be about nothing, as well as a significant source of income for Seinfeld and his co-stars. However, before he became famous, the actor was so desperate to become a comedian that he would have accepted considerably less than his eventual million-dollar salaries. Jerry did his debut stand-up performance at New York City's aptly called Catch a Rising Star Comedy Club.
Can I help you? Name, please.
Seinfeld, you made a reservation for a mid-size, and she's a small. I'm kidding around.
He earlier said to Parade that his foray into comedy left him feeling near to vomit and like a wreck. He managed to complete his first set, though, with the help of a little liquid bravery. A Humphrey Bogart fanatic, he said Bogey would have a shot of whiskey before he would do anything. He recalled, "We then walked to the pub next door, where I took a whiskey shot. Since I don't really enjoy drinking, it was awful." Seinfeld has continued to profit from the show's syndication since its 1998 finale, in addition to his high pay. He and David each earned $400 million from a single syndication cycle, according to New York Magazine. Seinfeld has greatly benefited from streaming in addition to syndication. All 9 seasons of the sitcom were originally available to stream on Hulu as part of a contract allegedly for between $130 and $180 million. However, when the contract expired, Netflix quickly stepped in to pick up the show after losing The Office to Peacock and Friends to HBO Max. Number 3. In the third spot, Shah Rukh Khan, the actor from India, with a net worth of $700 million. He is the face of Bollywood's rags to riches movement and possibly the most recognizable movie star in India. Shah Rukh Khan not only succeeded in breaking into the industry, which is famous for nepotism, but also rose to the top. He has received far too many accolades to count, acted in a number of important films, and amassed enough success to buy a bungalow with a view of the ocean, a feat that probably no other person outside the profession can claim. Shah Rukh Khan's income largely stems from his acting profession. It's noteworthy that Shah Rukh Khan hasn't appeared in a motion picture since his 2018 flick, Zero. He has chosen to avoid being in front of the camera for a few years, but he does have a film in the works. Shah Rukh Khan demands a part of the movie's profits, in addition to a flat fee for his acting work. Shah Rukh Khan has made a sizable portion of his income hosting a number of TV shows, including Kya Aap Panchvi Pasit Has Hai and Kaun Banega Crorepati Season 3, even though he hasn't starred in one in a while. Total wipeout, says Zorka Jakta. Number 4. One of America's favorite actors, Tom Cruise. Worth $600 million. He started his career back in 1980. Best known for his movies, the Mission Impossible series, Night and Day, The Color of Money, Rain Man, Minority Report, Top Gun, and Vanilla Sky are among his most well-known works. The actor with a pleasant appearance and awe-inspiring acting abilities, he's also begun his career as a producer. Now, this isn't all that surprising. Given his long track record of starring in blockbuster films, TV shows, commercials, and other endorsements, his bank account might be bigger than that. According to reports, the Hollywood star invests money globally in real estate and other assets. With his ex-wife Katie Holmes and their daughter Suri, he once shared a magnificent Beverly Hills house. According to sources, Tom paid $30.5 million for the mega mansion before selling it to American financier Leon Black for $38 million. The mansion, which has 7 bedrooms and 9 bathrooms, was completed in 1937 and has a typical European facade. Number 5. Counting down the 5th movie star, George Clooney. Net worth of $510 million. While admirers of the handsome actor may be familiar with his films and his Nespresso commercials, Ocean's 11, The Descendants, Three Kings, and Syriana are among his most well-known films. Despite not having made a blockbuster film in recent years, Clooney owing to the $1 billion purchase of his company, Casamigos Tequila. He received a pre-tax salary of $239 million from the deal between June 1, 2017 and June 1, 2018. Clooney co-founded Casamigos in 2013 with businessman Ron Gerber and property tycoon Mike Meldman. According to the drinks business, the company has reportedly almost tripled its brand worth to date. Casamigos was also identified in the article as the fastest-growing spirits brand until 2022. Additionally, Clooney makes money through a number of endorsements arranged with well-known companies like the Italian automaker Fiat and luxury watchmaker Omega. His sexy coffee business support of Nespresso sticks out. The actor has been associated with the company for more than 10 years, and according to psychological science, he is even credited with making coffee sexy.
Experience the quality of Nespresso, and you'll let no one compromise your pleasure.
May I?
Please.
It's a Voluto.
It was.
Do you want me to...
Oh, so nice of you, Mr.
George. My name's George.
And as previously reported, he received a sizable payment of $40 million for it. Number 6. Mr. Robert De Niro, an actor who dropped out of high school to follow his dreams, chose well to make a career in Hollywood. In the early 1960s, Robert De Niro merely made $50 for his first acting role at the beginning of his career. By the mid-70s, after his career soared when he won the Oscar for The Godfather Part 2, he was paid $200,000 per movie. His career took off after being recognized and honored for his portrayal as young Vito Corleone in The Godfather Part 2 in 1974. De Niro has had the chance to collaborate with renowned filmmakers and create timeless films like Taxi Driver, Deer Hunter, Raging Bull, and Goodfellas. Along with his well-known parts, De Niro has dabbled in a variety of other areas, such as commercial enterprises, which have been profitable for him and have steadily increased his net worth by millions over time. By taking on the roles of producer and director in Hollywood, Robert De Niro broadened his career options. With the 1993 crime drama Bronx Tale, in which he and Chaz Palminteri starred, he made his directorial debut. The film earned positive reviews from critics and audiences, earning $17.3 million on a $10 million budget. It was also nominated for the Cannes Film Festival's Golden Lion. Number 7. We all know him from fan-favorite franchise movies like all of the Lethal Weapon movies, Mad Max, Braveheart, and more. Mel Gibson, the man himself, has $425 million to his name. Mel Gibson is an Australian-American actor, screenwriter, director, producer, and investor. Rewind the clock back to the early 1980s, it seemed as though this Australian actor with American roots was capable of anything. He rapidly made a name for himself as a movie star and theatrical performer in Australia, thanks to his attractiveness, talent, and determination. After receiving numerous accolades for his films, he eventually won the 1995 Oscar for Best Director for his work in the movie Braveheart.
Not a man enough to come and face him.
Why did you help me?
Because of the way you are looking at me now.
Where are you going? I'm going to pick a fight. Well,
The actor-director had a promising career ahead of him and was unquestionably at the top of everyone's A-list. Number 8. From doing stand-up in England when he was barely 17 years old, long before he was old enough to legally consume the standard 2 drinks required at most comedy venues, Adam Sandler later pursued his love of acting to New York City, where he enrolled at the Tisch School of Arts at New York University. He began his career in show business while still an undergraduate, while performing stand-up for $10 per night, before he hit TV on SNL and got his screen part in 1987 on The Cosby Show's 4th season as one of Theo Huxtable's friends. After graduating in 1988, Sandler landed a gig as a writer and performer on MTV's Remote Control, now having the top movies from The Wedding Singer to Waterboy to Happy Gilmore, Grown Ups movies, Bedtime Stories, and more. Sandler has $420 million in net worth. Sandler would go on to fund his own production company, Happy Madison, which not only makes movies that he stars in, but also produces projects for Sandler's real-life buddies, including Rob Schneider and David Spade. Number 9. Amitabh Bachchan, a well-known Bollywood actor, started his career in 1969 as the voice narrator for the movie Bhuvan Shom and is worth a hard-earned $400 million. His first leading part came with Anand in 1971. He developed a reputation during the following several years for playing cynical, confrontational roles in films like Parvana, Goody, and Bombay to Goa. But a lot of his movies ended up being commercial duds. By the time he was 30 years old, Bachchan had been a part of numerous box office duds. Only until he made an appearance in the movie Zanjeer did the world learn about his infamous angry young guy character. His career took a bad turn in the late 70s when he became known for playing double roles in movies, as in Adalat he played both a father and his son. Number 10. Jack Nicholson. He's also one of the wealthiest and most award-nominated actors in American history, with a net worth of $400 million. The Crybaby Killer, a 1958 Roger Corman juvenile thriller, featured Jack's first on-screen appearance. Nicholson and Corman would work together frequently over the following 10 years. Nicholson also performed work as a writer and director for films. Additionally, he had roles in several low-budget westerns. Jack created the screenplay for Roger Corman's 1967 film The Trip, which starred Dennis Hopper and Peter Fonda. The Trip, which had a $100,000 budget, ended in making $10 million at the box office. In 1974, Jack received one of his greatest early paychecks when Chinatown paid him $500,000. That is equivalent to about $2.6 million in today's money. He received a $1 million base salary for Cuckoo's Nest in 1975. In addition to receiving $1.25 million for the part, he also received 10% of the movie's gross earnings beyond $12.5 million.